and welcome back to my channel. I know you guys love kind of picky dinner, lots of tapas style. It's not tapas at all. I'm just saying small little plates of sharing food. So that's what I'm making today. It's a vegetarian feast, so I'm sure a lot of you will be very happy, but I just wanted to keep it vegetarian. I've covered a bit of protein, a bit of carbs, a bit of greens, everything. So let's get cooking. Before that, you know the drill. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button. Let's get going. So I've got a lovely hummus which I'm going to finish with sun-dried tomatoes. I've got a creamy yogurty dip which I'm going to finish with crisped up golden garlic. Then I've got pita crisps. I've also got some onion pakoras and some courgettes, which I know a lot of you have in abundance right now. I'm also going to have a dish with some new potatoes because we've got lots of those right now, and a nice fresh salad to finish the whole meal. Going to start with 750 grams of new potatoes. As you can see, they're different sizes. They came from a pack, but they're different sizes. So I'm going to cut them into similar size pieces so they take kind of same time to cook. And all of these will just go in a pan with cold water. I'll bring it to a boil, and once it's boiling, I'm going to cook this for 5 minutes. While the potatoes are boiling, I am going to fry some courgettes in just a little bit of olive oil. Just going to slice it in circles. So a nice hot pan and just a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And now I'm just going to do a quick fry. Just on high heat to get it nice and golden. I'm going to turn it over and cook another minute or so on the other side. Once this lot is fried, I am going to do one more lot here and then take them out on a plate. Get my plate sorted. And the potatoes are just coming to a boil. Let them kind of really boil up. Then put a timer for 5 minutes. Let the water get bubbling. I'm going to take these out and put the next round. And that's the round 2 going in. Now they are properly bubbling away. This is getting ready. Once the courgettes are done, I will move on to my very first dip that I want to make. And while this is bubbling, I'm going to turn the oven on to nice hot 220°C. Now in the same pan as the courgettes, I am going to fry off some lovely fat juicy garlic, a nice few cloves, and I'm going to use it in one of my dips. So the garlic has been peeled and I'm just thinly slicing it basically, and my potatoes look quite ready too. So basically you want to take 8 to 10 cloves of garlic. So these are all done. I am going to drain these and show you what to do with them. The oil is still hot and I'm keeping this on medium heat. I'm going to add the garlic and then reduce the heat, cook it for 5 minutes. You just want a lightly golden color. It's just only going to take 2 minutes, so best not to leave the pan. And I've drained these. I'll show you what to do after I've finished the garlic. Now once this is done, I'm going to take all of these out in a bowl, and this lovely oil is now very garlicky, so I'm going to get that oil out too because I'm going to use it. And before I get that out, I am just going to put half a teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder to this oil and to the garlic. Look at that, just look at that. And then all of this will just come out in the bowl here. I'm just going to let this sit on the side while I attend to the potatoes. So the same pan, haven't washed it. I'm going to drop the potatoes in here. Make sure they're spread out. On here, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of harissa paste. If you don't have harissa paste, use a tandoori paste or tandoori powder mixed with oil, or just some chili powder and oil. And then a tablespoon of oil goes into. Now my oven is really nice and hot at 220 C or 200 fan. Now I'm going to just flatten these out a little bit, put a bit of salt. So just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. A glass. I'm just going to mash this up slightly. Don't be too precious with it, just go for it, doesn't matter. I just want some of the edges to crisp up in the oven. Now this is going to go in for around 20 minutes. I'll keep an eye on it, around 20 to 25 minutes. Going to make the first dip, which is a simple straightforward hummus, but I'm going to finish it in a very different way. So that's a 400 grams tin of chickpeas. I'm going to drain and rinse them. So I'm going to put just a handful of chickpeas aside for topping later, and I'm going to put rest of the chickpeas in a blender. And with that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tahini, 1 little garlic clove, so I'm adding a couple of chilies because I want a little kick of spice, of a heat. If you don't want any heat, you can skip it, but I would highly recommend it basically. And juice of a lemon. Quarter teaspoon salt goes in, and just a tablespoon of water. And I'm going to blitz it. And for any reason, if it's not blitzing like right now, I'm going to add another tablespoon of water. And I have got some beautiful sun-dried tomatoes in some oil, which I'm gonna pop in here and finish the hummus with these tomatoes. And of course I need some extra virgin olive oil to finish. That's one of our dips ready, and now I'm going to move on to the next one. So the potatoes are almost done, and I have got some ready pitas just from the supermarket, just plain pitas, and I am going to slice them into smaller pieces because I'm going to make like a crisp really with these pitas. So once I have sliced them all up, I'm going to open it up and take the potatoes out, put this in, and while this is baking, I'm going to make second dip. So you open it up and then you tear it up. So very carefully, it's not difficult really. You use as many pitas you want because once they have been in the oven, they will last a good 3-4 days. So once they cool down, you can put them in a box and eat them. So make the most of your hot oven. And there's a pack of 6 basically, so I'm just going to make all of them actually. There's the whole lot. I'm going to put half at a time in here. Put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in here. Little sprinkling of salt. And then you can use like a citrus and sour spice mix. You could use za'atar, you could use garam masala, you could use chaat masala. Basically, you can make these whatever flavor you want. This has got black sesame seeds, it's got cumin, it's got some lovely herby, citrusy notes. So now this goes on baking tray, and I'm going to get this in the oven at the same temperature as the potatoes for 15 minutes or so. I might turn it over halfway through. After 5 minutes or so, I'll just check if it needs turning. Just keep a close eye because it could take anything between 15 to 20 minutes to crisp up. Be careful because this is a pan. I have to remind myself to use the kitchen towel. Oh, just look at that. And now this is out. This can go in. Look at that. I am going to transfer it to serving plate. I have transferred it to a serving place, and I just want to show you these bits that stick to the pan, and that's the beauty of the pan. Oh, look at that. Oh, can't wait for this. Looks absolutely insanely delicious. In a pan, I have got some sunflower oil for deep frying, and while that's heating up, I am going to prep some onions for pakoras. So depending on how many people you're cooking for, that's how many kind of onions you need to use. Also depends on how many things you are making. You know, the quantities depend on a lot of things. So with all the stuff I am making, I'm just going to use 3 onions because there's all the other stuff to go with it as well. So these will be enough. But I would guess usually if it's this size onion, then half an onion for one person is usually good enough. So just going to thinly slice these. Next up, a bowl, onions go in. So for the 3 onions that I've chopped, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon turmeric, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon of ajwain or carom seeds. If you don't have this, just skip it. 1 teaspoon of chaat masala. Now, good mix, 100 grams of gram flour. I don't add too much flour because I want them crispy. I don't want them soggy, doughy. And now I add a little bit of water. So just add a tablespoon or so at a time. You just want the flour to stick to the onions like this. Now I'm ready to fry these. So the oil needs to be nice and hot. If you want, you can check by just adding 1 little piece first. So around 170 C. Then I'm going to add chunks of the pakoras. You can use 2 spoons to do that, whatever you find safest and comfortable. And you want to cook this on medium heat, not too high and definitely not low. So I cooked them for 20 minutes. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. So at 200 C for 10 minutes, and then the next 10 minutes I reduced the temperature to 160 C and kept a close eye and stirred them, just turned them over a little bit. Beautiful. This round is almost done. I'm going to fry 1 more round and then 1 last dip, and I'm ready to serve. What a lovely picky lunch it is. So you want them really lovely and golden like this. And keep turning them till you get an even color both sides. So this is the second round that's cooking, and while this is frying, which will take 5 minutes, I'm going to quickly put together a salad. Just getting a bunch of lettuce, gonna give it a quick rinse, and once I have washed it, you can't just stir it by hand. I'm just roughly slicing it up. Just gonna transfer it to a serving bowl. And I have got like a punnet of tomatoes, which obviously currently are just insane, delicious, great. So just slicing it half so that the juices of the tomatoes can come out and go and marry the leaves. You can even use big tomatoes and then just chop them up into pieces if you want. Not going to fuss about with the dressing. I'm literally just going to add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I have got everything but the bagel dressing. You can just use salt and pepper if you like. Actually, I will add a bit of pepper, salt, and just a little squeeze of lemon juice. Nice mix. Then it goes on the serving bowl. So all the juices from the tomatoes will go on the leaves as well. And that's all the pakoras ready. Crispy, golden deliciousness. And now I'm just going to add a sprinkle of chaat masala on top. And here are the crispy pita crisps ready. Now the last tip to prepare, and then I can show you the whole thing together. I'm going to get some Greek yogurt. Again, depending on how many people are you cooking for, I have got here around 100-200 grams of Greek yogurt. That will be enough for 4 of us. And now I'm going to add some salt, some pepper, just a little, maybe a teaspoon of, I've got roasted sesame seeds, which will go so well with this, and like a half a teaspoon of ground cumin goes in. Then just mix it up. Just gonna get a plate to serve. And now this loveliness that we kept aside, in the start we made this garlic, that's gonna go on top. And don't think that I have forgotten about my courgettes. So the courgettes go on the serving plate as well, and you can finish it with some kind of pieces of feta cheese. I am not doing that. I'm just going to put a drizzle of the garlic on here. And here it is, my friends, the insanely beautiful looking vegetarian feast. As you saw, very simple and covered lots of different flavors, a bit of Indian, a bit of Mediterranean, everything. Who won't be happy with the plate mixed with all these things? So inviting. A little bit of garlicky courgette, pakoras, some salad. Oh, just lost a tomato. Some of this hummus. Oh. Some of this yogurt. Beauty! Potatoes. Boy, oh boy! And last but not the least, some crisps. Pita crisps. And there is my plate of food. Guys, I'm going in. Potatoes. You know what? I'm going to get everything on this. Or maybe not. This is a treat. Guys, stop watching the video. Go make this. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you back here with another new recipe. I can't. This is like, you won't miss any meat. Yeah, I know. And I hope you love it. This is so delicious. I know my family will love it too. So bye for now.